Hey guys, Crypto Dad here again. Thanks for joining me on the Saturday night live stream, live from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin, we'll talk about the news, we'll talk about altcoins. I'm gonna move some crypto around for you guys and show you a new wallet that I received from Trezor, so that's kind of exciting. And as always, I'll do my very best to get to your questions and see if we can solve your problems here live. So let's jump in. Here with the rig and everything behind me. Got all the lights, cameras, action working. Hopefully the mic is working great. Had to fiddle around with all the cameras, but I think I've got everything up and running. Hopefully got the phone shared with you guys so we can share some stuff on the phone. So I'm looking forward to a good live stream. Got some great news stories. It's been a good week for crypto, Bitcoin specifically, and crypto in general. So look forward to that. I'm going to try and focus on questions tonight. I've got some stuff I want to do, but I've kind of left some time free just to focus on your questions tonight. So get your questions ready, jot them down on your little paper, put them up in the chat window. I'll do my best to get to your questions tonight. So let me go over here and thank everybody that's here tonight. Ooh, let's use this. Always forget to use my Stream Deck when I switch scenes. It's so handy. And I think that the monitor is off here. I think what we want is this monitor. Yeah. So here we are. I want to thank everyone for being here. Kenny, as always, thanks for being here. And thank you for the news stories during the week. I appreciate you. And let's see, Asil is here. Thanks for being here. Asil is my charter member to the group, to my YouTube channel membership. So I appreciate Asil. Andreas, I believe you're from the Netherlands or Germany. Correct me if I'm wrong. Always here early, chatting it up with Kenny before we get started. Let's see, Gregory Wieland asked an early question about Coinbase withdrawal fees. He mentioned 15%. I believe you can mitigate your withdrawal fees on Coinbase by using Coinbase Advanced, and every crypto is different. They don't just have a flat across the board withdrawal fee from Coinbase, as far as I'm aware. It depends on the crypto. So if you're withdrawing ERC20 tokens or Ethereum, you're going to experience high fees, sometimes even higher than 15% when it's busy. But keep in mind that if you do your withdrawals late at night or early in the morning on off-peak times, you will experience lower withdrawal fees. They are directly related to your blockchain fees. Bitcoin fees are much lower, and of course Solana and Polygon fees are a lot lower. So might try to, if you can, use Polygon network and Solana network when you can. So just a little bit of crypto advice there on withdrawal fees. Cardasaur, good evening. Tai, hello. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Antrock. And Anti-Rock. Good to have you here. E. Poston from Colorado. Jade Enos mentions me as Crypto Pops. Makes me think of Pops from a Regular Show. If any of you are fans of Regular Show, Pops is a cool character. Yeah, so I appreciate I appreciate being associated with the ever-loving Pops over there. And let's see, where are we? Back over here to this browser. Kenneth Wiedner, always a pleasure. G. Graham, Emmanuel, Joanne L, P. Wizzle, Kent, AmPOV Podcast, UV Rex, good to have you here. Cool. And I think that's everyone that's here now or that's chatted. I want to thank anyone that just kind of watches and doesn't join in. I'm here for you as well. So it's always good to have everybody here. Before we get too deep into the news, I should point out that we've got a description with all kinds of goodies overview of the top story. Discussion topic we're going to do, where should I store my crypto? I've done variations of that. Where should I store my Bitcoin specifically, which is also a very good thing to talk about. People talk about crypto, but Bitcoin is number one, and Bitcoin should sort of get priority as far as, when you think about where you want to store your Bitcoin, it becomes kind of a separate question than other cryptos. We'll dive deeper into that. There's a special on Ngrave this weekend. Let me see if I can pull that up. Ngrave is a cryptocurrency air-gapped hardware wallet, and they're running a special this weekend for what they call Singles Day, which is 11/11. Tonight is November 11th, so it's 11/11. It's also known as Veterans Day in the United States, formerly known as Armistice Day. I kind of think there should be a movement getting back to Armistice Day, because it was kind of a let's not fall into the trap of war again, right? This was, the war is over. We're glad it's over. Let's not do this again. And they sort of switched it to Veterans Day, which kind of has watered down the meaning a little bit. I'm all for honoring veterans, but I think most veterans would agree with me that we should focus on peace on this day and thank them for their unbelievable service. So that's my take on November 11th. But we've got, as I mentioned, a sale on Ngraves this weekend. They'll give you 11% off if you use my link, and my link is in the description right down here. Grab your discount here. So if you want to grab that discount, or at least just go check it out, that's cool. Pre-order your Trezor Safe 3. I still believe they are on pre-order, if I'm not mistaken. I have one here. So I'm going to show you that. Come on. I don't know why their site always takes a few minutes to pull up, but there it goes. So as far as I know, come on, baby, come on in there. There it is. Okay. Maybe it's because their servers are in Czech Republic, that maybe that's why they take so long to pull up on a busy Saturday night. It looks like they're still on pre-order, so you're going to get a special treat tonight as I demo this unit for you. And of course, I've got all of my other cool stuff down here in the description, how to get a hold of me. Shoot me an email if you have a problem. You can even arrange to have a one-on-one with me. I'd be more than happy to set something like that up if that's what you need. But I'm more than happy to answer your email questions back and forth. I've helped a lot of people answering email questions. All of the stories that we're covering tonight are linked down below, as well as a bunch of miscellaneous affiliate links for different. I equally shill all hardware wallets, right? That's my thing. I review hardware wallets. I do a lot more, but that's one of my main focuses on the channel, is reviewing hardware wallets. And for every hardware wallet that I review, I usually will have an affiliate link if you're interested in that wallet. It's got to the point where most of the hardware wallet companies out there, I have pretty close relationships with. And, they love giving me affiliate links and discount codes or whatever to kind of boost their sales. And I equally shill all wallets. I don't shill any wallet over and above any other wallet. I feel that way sometimes when I'm shilling a particular wallet or giving out, or passing along their specials. I feel a little bit like I'm shilling, but hey, I do it for all of them. Far and above, guys. Take this to heart. I'll say this with complete honesty and objectivity. The safest and most secure way to store your cryptocurrency, hands down, is a cryptocurrency hardware wallet. There are ins and outs of all wallets, and there's been a lot of problems with Ledger, with their recovery service. I get all that, but it's still stands that a cryptocurrency hardware wallet is the best, safest, and most secure way to store your crypto. So take that one to heart, guys. Let's jump into the news here. And the title of the live stream, SEC window. I had a little bit of an issue trying to get a picture from Stable Diffusion to show me looking out a window. What I really wanted was me like leaning out of a window, and opening it and like smiling. Like that was what I was trying to get. But it mangled it in so many different ways. But that's kind of the best one that I got of me in a window. So that's what I gave as the thumbnail tonight. So anyway, SEC's first window to approve all 12 spot Bitcoin ETFs begins today, and that's November 9th. It's now November 11th. You're probably not going to hear anything about the SEC approving an ETF over the weekend, so we've got until November 17th. That's our window. It seems that the approval of ETFs is gathering strength. I hate to throw I hate to rain on anyone's parade, but I have a feeling that they probably will delay the decision again in this window. But it is exciting, right? They may just surprise us and approve a spot Bitcoin ETF early next week. We'll see. I think Dan has predicted that it's going to be more like January of 24. But January of 24 is approaching quickly, so we'll see. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission could approve all 12 of the pending spot Bitcoin exchange-traded fund ETF applications within the next 8 days. Bloomberg ETF analysts James Safard and Eric Balchunas wrote that starting from November 9th, the SEC has a window to approve all 12 Bitcoin ETF filings, including Grayscale's conversion of its GBTC Trust product in the days leading up to stressing November 17th, but stressing this was only a possibility, right? But it's still exciting, right? This ought to be cool. We'll see. A lot of speculation. And let's see, I think I got another story here. Bitcoin fund holdings hit all-time high as spot ETF excitement entices crypto investors. Digital asset funds surpassed $1 billion in net inflows this year, with money overwhelmingly flowing into BTC-focused investments, CoinShares reported. Bitcoin BTC holdings have risen to the highest ever alongside the token's continuing rally, thanks in part to optimism about coming approval for a spot exchange-traded fund, ETF, as we say over and over again. Let's see. Over the past month, funds have added about 22,100 Bitcoin. Little wonder the price has been so strong of late, said Charlie Morris. Broader crypto funds enjoyed an uptick in fresh cash over the past weeks as well, with digital asset management firm CoinShares reporting $767 million in net inflows over the last 6 weeks, the most over such a time frame since the 2021 bull market. So things are looking good, right? Money flowing, institutional money flowing into Bitcoin. It's what we've all been waiting for. Another huge story this week was BlackRock ETH ETF helps price past 2K. Hey, Solo Fang, thanks for that subscription. I put some new rockin' sounds in. We had some spooky Halloween sounds last week, and I forgot to change them. This week, I went ahead and got everything up to date, so you'll have some good music this week. BlackRock has previously filed for a Bitcoin ETF. Blah, 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 blah. We know all that. The world's largest asset manager filed for a spot Ethereum exchange-traded fund on November 9th, 4 months after filing for their spot Bitcoin ETF. BlackRock's filing helped Ethereum prices soar past 2,000 for the first time in over a year. We're still over 2,000 for Ethereum as off the wire right now. And then Bitcoin is just below 37. It had been a little over 37 for the last 24 hours. I think over the last maybe few hours, it dipped down below 36. So that's where we stand right now for the top two cryptocurrencies. Apart from Ethereum, other altcoins also saw significant gains before a flash crash, with nearly $1 billion in open interest being wiped out of the market within an hour. Millions in long and short positions were liquidated due to the sudden price fluctuations. Well, you got to be careful. Oh, WMM07 just subscribed. He must have liked that music. BlackRock's ETH ETF filing was confirmed after its 19B-4 filing with NASDAQ became public. NASDAQ filed the form on behalf of the world's largest asset manager with the SEC for a proposed ETF called the iShares Ethereum Trust. The move signals the asset manager's intention to expand beyond Bitcoin with its ETF aspirations, invoking various reactions from the crypto community. Was that the cat? I heard the cat. It's like, meow. So he's been inside all day. I'm not letting him out. It's dark. I don't like... We let him out after dark in the summer and fall, but now that it's getting cold outside, I don't feel comfortable having him wander around outside. It's really not that cold right now, but it'll start to get cold. So if he lays around in the house all day long and then wants out after dark, that's his own fault, right? We let him out first thing in the morning. And then he wants in, he wants out, he wants in, he wants out. So I don't know. He might jump up on the desk here and screw up my cameras during the live stream. We'll see. Enough about Kitty. Another article with BlackRock. BlackRock argues SEC has no grounds to treat crypto futures and spot ETFs different. As you may be aware, there are crypto futures contracts that are tradable on the Chicago Commodities Exchange, I think. I think that's where they do them. And the BlackRock is now challenging the SEC directly. BlackRock has argued that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission doesn't have any legitimate reason to treat spot crypto and crypto future exchange-traded fund applications differently. BlackRock's plan for a spot Ether called the iShares Ethereum Trust was officially confirmed. We just talked about that. In its application, BlackRock called the SEC's treatment of spot crypto ETFs into question, as it asserted that the agency bases its reason for continually denying these applications on incorrect regulatory distinctions between futures and spot ETFs. Given that the Commission has approved ETFs that offer exposure to ETH futures, which themselves are price-based on the underlying spot ETH market, the sponsor believes that the Commission must also approve ETPs that offer exposure to spot Ethereum. Right? So pretty strong language from BlackRock. When BlackRock speaks, people listen. And the SEC's position is becoming weaker and weaker in its, its crypto skepticism, right? A lot of people challenging their authority now. So that's good, right? It looks like the institutional investors have finally gotten tired of being shut out of crypto. Especially after the last couple of weeks. I'm sure there were a lot of big investors that were probably thinking to themselves, had I invested my $1 million in Bitcoin last month, I would have been sitting pretty on my investment. And so now they're pushing hard to dip their huge toe into this market, right? Speaking of finance, I thought I'd bring this story up. I don't usually have stories from CNBC, But here it is. Moody's cuts U.S. outlook to negative, citing deficits and political polarization. Ouch. Right? Moody's Investor Services on Friday lowered its ratings outlook on the United States government to negative from stable, right? Pointing to risks to the nation's fiscal strength. The ratings agency has affirmed the long-term issuer and senior unsecured ratings of the U.S. at AAA, or capital A, lowercase a, whatever the heck that means, in the context of higher interest rates without effective fiscal policy measures to reduce government spending or increase revenues, the agency said. Moody's expects that the U.S.'s fiscal deficits will remain very large, significantly weakening debt affordability. So we keep hearing about the U.S. budget deficit. It's completely out of control. They used to talk a lot about this several years back. I think I remember in 2013, there was a huge squabble in Congress. There was a large body of representatives in the House of Representatives that were the Fiscal Responsibility Caucus, right? The Tea Party guys. And they were arguing that the U.S. government needs to rein in its spending. We don't hear much about that anymore. It seems like both sides of the aisles have now given in to unlimited raising of the debt limit and unbridled spending, and it's starting to take its toll. Even the rating agencies, which generally are in the pockets of big finance, are finally having, they can't call themselves credible ratings agencies without pointing out this unbridled spending of the U.S. government. What will that mean for crypto holders? Well, Bitcoin is built-in deflationary. And so the U.S. dollar is inflationary. The higher the U.S. debt, the more dollars in the economy, the less John Q. Public or Jane Q. Public's dollar will buy them at the grocery store. Yeah. I wanted to say something about that, but it got away from me. I was going to show you guys something, but now I can't remember. Okay. Anyway, all right, let's just move on to the next story, right? DZ Bank, third largest German bank to start crypto custody for institutional investors. Well, I don't know if it was last week or if it was a few days ago, I did another live stream. I've posted quite a few videos this week. The Tangem app was updated, and I did an update on that. We should take a look at Tangem's app tonight. But I did this one on Sunday. It got quite a few views. They have improved their app, which is pretty cool. I also posted a video on the fake Ledger Live scam. There was a fake Ledger Live on the Microsoft Store. If you're not aware of this, you should check out this video on how to keep yourself safe. I did a long format video and a short on that. And then the Ellipal Titan 2 was released. They sent me one, and I did a setup video on the Ellipal Titan 2, which is another air-gapped crypto wallet. And then posted another short today about that Ngrave combo. So been doing a lot of videos this week, and I also did another live stream, the Hardware Wallet Roundup, which I'm going to start trying to do every Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. For those of you who can't be here for the Saturday night live stream. I know the Saturday night live stream is at 6 Eastern time in the US, but over in Europe and in Asia and other places, people are either sleeping or working. And so I thought I would start doing this Hardware Roundup at 9 a.m. on Wednesday mornings, and this should catch a lot of people that are unable to attend the live stream on Saturday. Of course, that hardware wallet roundup focuses on hardware wallets and hardware wallet news, you know, stuff that comes out, new hardware wallets, stories involving hardware wallets, and I'm going to try and put the focus on that. I won't really go over the market news so much in that video, and I'll try to keep it closer to an hour. So guys, jump in. Asil, thanks for that donation. Let me get caught up. It looks like I've gone through all of the news that I wanted to cover. Yeah, we talked about just about everything I wanted to do. So yeah, let me get caught up with the chat. Let's see, Dan's here, JDO is here, the moderators. I thank you both for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. Mustafa Lam is here, along with his emojis in tow. So let me get out. Let me get caught up here. Hello, Dad. Just got an Ellipal, and I don't understand how I would ARB, air gap. I'm not sure what you mean by ARB. If that's a token, or you mean air gap or Airbnb. Aha, a sell. Hear that rock music playing. Thanks for that donation. But I would direct you to this video, the setup video that I did on Ellipal. You should check that one out. I'll drop the link to that in the live stream. Bonjour. Diesel Kane is here. Marup. Marmar. Thank you for being here. Sounds like you're over there in France with your bonjour. And let's see. Where are we here? I'm going to put this back up for a sec while I get caught up with the chat. If I hold ARB on a centralized exchange right now, do I use QR code to add to the Ellipal? Oh, okay. So you are talking about a token. Let's see if we can jump into that real quick. Oh, Arbitrum. Ah, okay. ARB. That's Arbitrum. Okay. That's a good question. Let me see. I've got this. Yeah, I've got this here. And if I'm not mistaken, you do use the device to add new crypto. I don't know if they even support Arbitrum. Let's find out. If I can get it to power on, there it goes. Someone in the comments had mentioned that they had a Keystone and that they were having trouble getting it to power up. I don't know what it is about these air-gapped wallets. They may use similar technology, but I've had that happen to me before where I thought it was dead, and I was like, it won't turn on, it won't turn on. I was freaking out. And then I discovered that sometimes you just need to hold the power button in. I can't get that. For a few seconds. Hold that power button in for a few seconds until you see the logo booting it up. It takes it a minute sometimes. Or you have to hold the button in a few. Let's see if my overhead setup is working. Not that one. This one. Okay. Oh, yeah, it looks like we did. Okay. Before I get to the Trezor, let's go over here. So basically, when you want to add a new token, I think you hit the plus up here. Oh, right. And then these are basically all the tokens they support right now. And so if you don't see your token, then they don't support it. Now, they do support Avalanche and Matic, which are EVM-based, Ethereum Virtual Machine. They're sort of based on the Ethereum chain. And so is Arbitrum. Arbitrum, I think, is what they call a level 2 or something. I forget the term for it, but it is based on the Ethereum network. But I don't see Arbitrum here. So I don't see any way to store Arbitrum in the Ellipal, right? That was the question, right? You have an Ellipal and you want to put your Arbitrum into that. So, you know, in the case of crypto, you'll see that they're either toggled on or off here. And then you've got to enter your password if you want to toggle one on. Let me see if this is okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, I got it. Okay. It said my password. Anyways, I don't have time to fart around with this thing right now. Okay. I couldn't get my password in. It's kind of small. It's little. I'm a little fat-fingered. It's a little difficult to enter the password into this thing. It doesn't have any biometrics. So that's one of the drawbacks of the Ellipal. So there's no way to like, it does have, like when you want to turn it on, it has this pattern unlock for unlocking it, which is fine, works really well, but it does not have the same thing for certain operations. Like when I want to sign a transaction, I have to enter the password every time. But it is super secure. And so, no, we can't add Arbitrum to that. Let's go over here. Let's see. Just add 2 zeros to get the end value. Do we have any answers for token site? I don't know what you mean by token site. Token site, well, let me see what that is. That's some kind of trading, marketing thing. I don't delve into that kind of stuff on my live stream. Mine is technical support about self-custody and transfers. And I might speak to a particular coin if you're trying to add it to a wallet or something of that nature, but I don't dive into the technical marketing aspects of trading. That's not my area of expertise, believe me. You'd be best to ask someone else about that. CryptoLark is a good resource. I've got a shout out to CryptoLark down in the description. He does a lot of YouTube videos on investing and trading and that kind of stuff. Yes, I did get your email on the Ledger service. I did not have a chance to get caught up on that. I was trying to record my Trezor video earlier today, and so I did not get a chance to read through the information about the Ledger Recover service. JDO is concerned that they really don't address the situation of destroying your backup once you unsubscribe or are booted out for non-payment. They don't really address the issue, and so we're trying to figure out if they've addressed it at all. They have reached out, Ledger has reached out to me to have a session with their CTO, Charles, and Ian, their marketing guy. I haven't heard back from them. It was kind of weird. I got an email and they said, hey, you want to, we were reaching out to our affiliates. And I said, sure, I'd be willing to talk with you guys, and I haven't heard back from them. But I can ask them about this issue. My opinion, I believe, when we brought it up last week, was that I believe their answer will be that the PIN, that their backup Shamir is useless without the, it cannot be decoded without the end user's key, crypto key, which is based on their personal information. So I know it's very sketchy. I'm not really a big fan of their recovery service, but from my understanding, when you submit your documents, there is a key created that will allow you to decode the Shamir backup, and that it cannot be decoded without the end user's key. Now, it's not clear in their documentation how this key gets created cryptographically from your personal documents, your passport or your ID, but I believe what the upshot of what they're saying that I can gather is that it can only be created when the user verifies their identity locally and on their device, right? But still, it's not clear how this gets created, how it gets stored, what kind of key it is. But I believe their argument will be that there's no reason for you to worry about your Shamir backup shards that are being stored by CoinCover and Ledger because they're useless without the end user final key, right? I'm sure that's what their argument will be. Also, JDO pointed out that Ledger is very clear to say that this recover service is sponsored by or provided by CoinCover and not Ledger, which is, I find it weird too. It seems like they're putting all the responsibility on them if anything were to go wrong, but it's weird that we're paying Ledger for this service if it's provided by CoinCover. But yeah, I know it's a little weird. I don't plan on using the service. I'm not a fan of the service, so I probably should learn more about it. But my thinking is like, I don't ever plan on using it, so I'm not really that interested in how it works. What interests me the most is the security of my Ledger Nano X, which I don't believe is compromised by the firmware, but many people disagree with me on that. Boomity boom boom boom. Okay, Dan is helping in. I think the comment is too long, Cardosaur. My comment was deleted. It must have been flagged by YouTube if you got a comment deleted, because I haven't deleted anything tonight. Thanks for all you do, Fast Machine Media. I appreciate it. Got my Trezor Model T set up in a piece of cake thanks to your video. Thank you for that, Fast Machine. Donnie Stolp, hey, sorry to have to ask you, covered Blockstream Jade. I have not. I'm sorry. There are so many hardware wallets out there. I have approached Blockstream Jade a couple of times and reached out to them to please send me one of their devices and have gotten crickets. So I apologize. I got a lot on my plate. I will continue to bug them about sending me one of their devices so that I can do a setup. I have not heard back from them. I have tried. I swear to you, I swear, I have tried to get a Blockstream Jade and have heard nothing back. But maybe I should put that on the front burner and see if I can't, get their attention to send me one of their items, seeing as how this is November and Black Friday month. So I will continue to try to get one of their devices. Okay, let's see. Ellipal advertises it supports 141 blockchain and 10,000 plus assets. 41 blockchain, not 141. Pardon me. I don't know. I did not, that list that I showed you on my Ellipal did not appear to be 41 blockchains. It looked more like 20 or 30, but I could be wrong. I didn't count them individually. And the Ethereum blockchain is kind of covers a lot of ground. If you support Ethereum and Ethereum tokens, that there are thousands of ERC20 tokens. So I see that a lot with hardware wallets. They will say they support thousands of crypto, but they're including like sub tokens on certain chains like Ethereum, and that makes it sound very impressive when you say thousands, and you're basically just including all the possible ERC20 tokens. Doggone it, I had that thing I wanted to say about hardware wallets, and it popped into my head for a second and then I lost it. I'll remember. Something I wanted to say about hardware wallets and how we deal with them. Oh, my brain, all right? I have a Nano X and Nano X, both there own 24 phrase. Can I combine both wallets into one? Raymond, no, you cannot. Once you have set up a wallet with a seed phrase, that seed phrase is on the blockchain. There is no way to change a seed phrase of an existing wallet. There's no way to take two wallets based on two different seed phrases and combine them together. The only thing you can do is transfer your crypto from one to the other. You can consolidate your crypto onto one device if you want to, but there is no way to merge seed phrases. Once you create a seed phrase, it's like it's written in stone, right? It's like the 10 Commandments. There is no way to alter a seed phrase once it's been created. The only thing you can do is transfer your crypto out of that seed phrase. Now, if you want to, if you, the end result of what you're trying, of what you're telling me you want to do could mean that you should transfer, let's say you've got Ledger Nano X, Ledger Nano S, right? Transfer everything crypto by doing transfers from one device to the other. From the Ledger Nano X, transfer every single crypto you have in that device over to your Ledger Nano X. Then when the Ledger Nano S is completely, S Plus is empty, you wipe it, and then you can restore it using the seed phrase from your Ledger Nano X, and now you will have mirror devices that both have access to all of the crypto that you consolidated over onto your X. But there is no way to simply alter an existing seed phrase, right? You're gonna have to manually transfer your crypto over to one of the other devices. And then if you want to, you can wipe one of the devices and restore it with the seed phrase of the device that you didn't, that has all the crypto in there. I know it sounds complicated, and I know in people's brains, I've heard that question a lot. Subliminal Tease, thank you for that. I have heard that question very often. How do I, change my seed phrase? And usually it's because they're worried that the seed phrase has been compromised in some way or form. They're nervous. They're like, I don't trust this seed phrase anymore. Can I change it? No, you cannot change your seed phrase. What you can do is transfer all of your crypto out of that compromised seed phrase wallet, wipe the wallet, restore the wallet with a different seed phrase, or set the wallet up as new, whatever you want to do, and then transfer your crypto back into that fresh, clean, trusted seed phrase. All right. Let's see, I'm almost down here. Darren, thank you. I am a wonderful dad. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let's talk about that Trezor. I wanted to show you something very quick here. I was recording my video today on the Trezor, and there's one thing that I wanted to show you about the Trezor 3. One thing that they have done with the Trezor 3 added a secure element chip to this device. Let me see, there it is. Secure Element Certified Chip EAL6+. What this has allowed, now, I'll try not to get too much into this, but everyone talks about the Trezor being a fully open sourced device, and this device quietly has sort of changed that whole narrative, right? Because before, they had not only their software and their firmware open source on GitHub, but also the architecture of the device was common knowledge, right? If you wanted to, you could build your own Trezor device. Now I don't think so, because of this secure element chip, right? The secure element chip is produced by, I don't know everything about it, but in general, a secure element chip is produced by a third party, usually somewhere in Taiwan, and what goes on the secure element chip is a secret, right? Believe me, the Trezor is still, I would venture to say, still the most transparent hardware wallet out there. But the introduction of the secure element chip introduces that element of secrecy that everyone keeps bashing Ledger for. Now, Ledger also has their own operating system, which is not open source, and their firmware is not open source. They're working on it, but it's not. So Ledger, you know, is a target for the whole "you're not transparent enough" argument. But we're seeing that Trezor has now implemented the secure element chip on this new Trezor Safe 3 with good reason, right? But we are introducing an element of secrecy into this wallet. I wanted to show you in my video here. I'm going to shut up and let past Rex talk a little bit, but I wanted to show you what happens in this video during the setup process. As you can see here, I've got the device in my hand, and we're going to authenticate. I'm going to turn myself off for a second here. Which one is it? Is it this one? No. Ooh. Oh my Lord, what have I done? I need to turn that thing off. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, what have I done? I thought that it was... Ugh. Oh no. Oh my. Okay. Let's see if we can turn that off. Let's see. What have I done? Oh my God. No, please tell me I haven't done that. Well, should not have done that, should I? Anyway, let's watch the clip. Roll the clip. All right, so we're going to allow that authentication. We'll click this button here. It's going to do a authentication check. And it passes the authentication check. One of the reasons that it can do that is that it has a secure. One of the reasons that it can do that now is it has a secure element chip embedded. That's one of the new features. So it can do cryptographic verifications. Let's hit continue here. All right. Now, let's see if I can get myself back here. It sucks. I don't know what the heck I did. Oh my God. Can I get rid of all this? Is there any way to get rid of all this? I wish I could. Okay. So we get this. Okay. We get this. We get this. We get this. We get this. This. Okay. So I think what I want is that. There we go. Wow. That was crazy. Woo. Wait. No, that's the wrong one. Okay. I want this one. There we go. Got it back. Ooh, man, that was crazy. Technical difficulties. That is the coolest thing about the Trezor 3 is that it has that secure element chip in it, so it can do the integrity check, which is interesting because they still stress a lot of their box security. They have the tamper-proof tape and all that stuff. The box is sealed, but they also implement the integrity check, basically, which means that you could buy this thing used, and if it passes the integrity check, then it's a genuine device, and you could simply reset it. If you could buy it used and just do a factory reset and use it, right? Because now it has an integrity check because of that chip. So pretty cool stuff. What prevents Coin Inventor from creating million of coin and be rich? Blockchain is safe because totally decentralized. That's a good question. People bash Bitcoin a lot and they bring that up. But if you check, what prevents that is the fact, and we'll just use Bitcoin as our example here. What prevents the inventor of the coin from producing a million coins and becoming rich is that Bitcoin is an open source, community-based project, and the code is stored on GitHub, and it's maintained by a group of developers, right? And so because it's a public project, there's no way that any one person can simply change the code to, you know, give themselves 1 million Bitcoin. It doesn't work like that. If you're not familiar with what open source is, it's an amazing protocol. The open source initiative is a way for software to be available to a community. And it's really an amazing project. If you read about what exactly open source software is and how it works, if only the world could operate with such a cooperative and community spirit and source, right? So that's my answer to your, you know, why doesn't the inventor of Bitcoin simply create 1 million Bitcoin? It's not controlled by one person. It's a community project and it's public, right? Anyone can go on GitHub, examine the Bitcoin code for backdoors or, you know, any little function that's like giving away 1 million Bitcoin, right? So it's got transparency. But very good question, by the way. IT Devil Strikes Again. Well, that was really me. I had set up this OBS Streamlabs software and had tweaked that camera over and over until I got basically just the raw video from my camera. And when I double clicked on that folder, it like enabled all of those other, you know, graphics. I had to just go through and get rid of them. I got it though. Ledger, Tangem, or Trezor, which is the most favorite? And please. Well, Kevin, you've asked that question that I won't answer. Oh, the cam is frozen? Can you guys still see me? Is everything okay? And maybe it was for a second, right? I appear to be doing okay, but hopefully my cam isn't frozen. Let's go over here. I appear to be still moving over there in the back. Oh, that's from a long time ago. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Kevin B is asking me to give him what everyone's asking, which is tell me the best wallet. I'm not going to do it. I wish I could, but every wallet is different. Every person is different. This is not like, you know, what's the best TV? And I could say, well, the best TV, well, even that, even the TV, you can't just say what's the best TV. I don't know, what's the best fishing pole? If you went to an expert fisherman and said, what's the best fishing pole? They might tell you, well, what kind of fishing are you doing? Is it deep sea fishing? Is it trout fishing? Is it lake fishing? Right? So the same with a hardware wallet. I can't just tell you the best hardware wallet for storing your crypto. Every hardware wallet is different. Every person has a different use case, a level of expertise. If I said the best cryptocurrency hardware wallet out there is the cold card, I would be doing a very great disservice to the general community because the cold card, while being open source and secure, is extremely difficult to use. And most people don't have the time and patience to set it up, let alone use it. So I can't just give you the best hardware wallet out there. Trezor and Ledger have pros and cons on both ends. Tangem is a great wallet, but it has its limitations as well. I can't just tell you what's the best wallet. I wish I could. Yeah. Also, I wanted to bring up, there was a hardware reviewer and Linus. Linus Tech Tips has fallen from grace in the YouTube community for getting sloppy and biased, right? For many years, he reviewed all kinds of tech gear. usually graphics cards, chips, and motherboards, running tests on those, and he was very trusted in the community. And basically, if he recommended it, people would go buy it. And over the years, he was paid lots of money by tech companies to promote their product. And it turns out that some of the products he was recommending were products that he had a vested interest in. And so now nobody trusts him. And so I may be a small channel. I'm not anywhere near this guy, but I don't want to be caught in that same trap of being a shill for the company and then people not trusting me anymore, which is why I will never just blurt out, you know, this is the wallet you should all run out and buy. You should put more value in your own judgment than that, right? Don't just go to some guy and ask him, right? I love you guys. I love all of you. I want you to get the best wallet for that's best for you, but that involves a little bit of work on your part, right? I'm here to help. I've got hundreds and hundreds of wallet reviews. Check them out. If you're interested in a wallet, you know, check out my review. I have a lot of comparison videos. I've done a lot of several comparison videos where I've talked about the pros and cons of each wallet and compared them to each other and given them report cards based on criteria, affordability, usability, security, right? Check out those videos. I'm not just going to hand it to you on a silver platter and say, buy this wallet. But I appreciate the question, and I appreciate you guys being here. Let's see here. Let me get caught up. Oh, let's go ahead and unbox this guy. I wanted to show you this thing. It's pretty cool. They sent me this box. I don't think this is the box that you get when you buy a Trezor 3. So in my setup video, I just opened up the wallet, but Trezor did send me this. I don't know if they're sending this out to everybody, but I did want to kind of show you this. They sent me this box here that's got this cool classic ruled reporter notebook, which I think is really cool. I'm going to get out my my trusty knife here. Try not to cut my arm off. Let's see. Let's get this thing. There we go. Pretty cool. I think they had said that they wanted to send me some swag. Or they were saying something about a Christmas present. They asked me to verify my address, but it's possible that that Christmas present is in the future, right? I still haven't gotten it yet, but this thing is pretty cool. It's got this little holder on it. If I can get, okay, it opens this way. All right. Oh, it comes down. Okay. Well, there it goes. Comes off. There we go. So this is really nice. I mean, it looks like leather. It's a good place for notes and whatever. And if you wanted to store like passwords and seed phrases in something like this, it's not a terrible idea, but definitely you would want to hide this somewhere where no one would find it, right? And where it wouldn't get destroyed. But I really like that. That's really cool. And of course, the Trezor 3. I've already done the setup. And then they gave me this cool pen, this Trezor pen, which is really cool. So a big shout out to the guys over at Satoshi Labs for sending me this stuff. This is the Trezor 3. I've already initialized it and set it up with a backup phrase and a pin. And so we're ready to fund the wallet. There's a couple of seed phrase recovery sheets here. And then some pretty cool stickers. Got Trezor. I like this sticker. That one's pretty cool. I hope I was getting off camera there, wasn't I? So some pretty cool stuff. All right, so we got all that, and we've set up our device. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in to my USB cable here. And it's a very, if you want to compare it, so if you want to compare it to the older Trezor one, this is the older Trezor one. Now, I'm wondering about this. I don't know if it's a magnet or not. It doesn't seem like it is. These older ones have kind of a magnetic back so that you can stick them. Let me see if I can do it on this thing that I have under here. Well, I don't think so because they didn't give me one. There's a little thing with that's shaped like this that has a sticky back that you can stick under your shelf or your desk or whatever, and you can like hide it under your desk, and it's magnetic. I don't think they have that one for this new one. I'm not sure why, but this is very similar in size, but slightly more solid state, a better design, I think, and with that secure element chip. All right. Pretty cool. All right, so you basically, okay. I think I've already unlocked it, if I'm not mistaken, but I'll go ahead and enter. Oh, and the pin entry is kind of cool too. They've got similar to what the ledger is. So instead of an up and down thing, you just kind of move side to side, you know, to select your number, and then you hit both buttons at the same time to, you know, choose your digit. Let me go ahead and enter my PIN here. If I can remember it. Almost there. You can create a PIN. Yeah, the pin's been entered. You can create a 50-digit pin on a Trezor. There's cat hair everywhere. All right, so there we go. We've got that one done. Let's go into Trezor Suite. We're going to open the standard wallet. One nice thing about Trezor is that they give you this passphrase functionality when you connect your device. You can create a hidden wallet kind of on the fly with a passphrase, which you would need to enter every time you access the wallet if you want to protect your device with a passphrase. I would mention, though, that there's no way to call the company if you don't remember your passphrase. So all of your responsibility. I'm going to just use the standard wallet here. Tangem needs a wallet, or I want to find that protects the NFC chip like those do the same for RFID chips. Just kind of looking there. Okay, so we've got basically an empty wallet. I wanted to move some stuff in from, say, I'm going to do my PayPal tonight. So let me see if I can get into my PayPal. PayPal might, oh, sorry. Let's see here, PayPal, boop-a-doop-a-doo. Hey, Robin McNeil, thank you for that. Okay, so we're gonna go into the crypto on in my PayPal account. As you can see, I've got some crypto in here. I bought it a while back. I think I actually deposited some of the Bitcoin a while back, but I'm gonna try to do a withdrawal today, and we'll use my brand new Trezor as our test destination. So basically what I wanna do is fund it with some Litecoin. I've got some Litecoin in my PayPal account. So we're gonna receive Litecoin. We'll show the full address. And there's that QR code they want me to confirm on the device. Let's check that out. Oops. cable. There we go. Right, so it's showing me that Litecoin address. I'll just match it to the one I see on my computer screen, hit both buttons. My thumb is big enough to hit both buttons at the same time. All right, and then we can go back over here. Alrighty, now we've got our QR code, so we're gonna go to our PayPal, and let's go down to the Litecoin that I have. And let's see if I can move this. What are they going to do? Or they might give me a hard time about it, right? So we'll hit the, see we got buy, sell, and transfer. So I'll tap on that double arrow. I'm going to send some Litecoin. Alrighty. And where do I want to send it? I'm going to tap that camera. I'm going to open it up and scan in that address there. And that's the address I want to send it to. Alrighty, and how much do I want to send? I like to send it all if they'll let me. Okay, there. We'll send it all. And we'll hit next. I don't know what their withdrawal fees would be, but I would assume for Litecoin, not too much. Litecoin is kind of a lightweight, fast and cheap crypto. We'll go ahead and send it all. Yes, I want to send all my Litecoin. And what hoops do I have to jump through? Okay, so they're going to send me a text. Okay. They're sending me a text to my phone number, which I hope I get. Yes, there it is. 133870. Okay. All right, let's see what else they're going to make me do here. Are they going to... Okay, there it is. They say 30 minutes. It's kind of long for a crypto withdrawal, but hey. All right, so we successfully transferred some crypto out of our PayPal account. There it goes, said I sent my Litecoin. That's good. All right, let's see if we can, yeah, so now the total value has gone down. My Litecoin balance is 0. And let's see, let's move this down. Let's turn this off. And, oh, it's already in there, is it? Oh no, that's just the price of Litecoin, okay. Okay, so there we go. Well, we'll just wait for that Litecoin to come in. It said 30 minutes. That seems like a long time. But, oh, there it is. Okay, so it didn't take too long for the Litecoin to hit my wallet. Now, notice here that it says receiving Litecoin. It has this little, it's sort of got this yellowish color to it. And the little icon down here is a clock, basically telling me that it's unconfirmed, right? When it's fully confirmed on the Litecoin blockchain, it will turn green, right? And then it will be fully spendable. Now, a lot of people, when they see this, they think to themselves, I don't have it yet. Well, you do have it, right? Once you see it coming in, rest assured it is safe and secure in your wallet. A lot of people freak out, like they try to send it back out again and they can't. It's not spendable yet until it confirms on the blockchain. That's how decentralized cryptocurrencies work, right? They have to be confirmed out there on the blockchain. It takes it a few minutes, right? So don't freak out. Okay, let me get caught up here. I know what Satoshi did. Is PayPal an exchange? Yes, in a way. PayPal has now taken on a quasi kind of presence in the crypto sphere. It's not a dedicated, centralized cryptocurrency exchange in the sense of, say, Coinbase, Kraken, Gemini, or Binance US. But you can buy and sell cryptos inside your PayPal account. I'll get rid of this. Whoops, where'd it go? but it's not a full-fledged cryptocurrency exchange because it doesn't really support that many coins. The coins that are supported in PayPal are fairly limited, but what's cool is that PayPal is and has been for many years a de facto mainstream way to manage money online, right? PayPal was one of the very first services out there that allowed you to make online purchases using their service, right? I think I've talked a little bit. I remember when PayPal first came out, and the idea there was now it's fairly common practice for every kind of service out there to have some sort of web presence, and people trust them, right? So now you can pay your power bill online, you can pay your water bill online, you can buy clothing online. Almost every major retail outlet has a website of some kind. But back in the day, there were a lot of people that did not trust buying anything online. They just did not trust websites with their credit card information. And so what PayPal did was they were a legitimate service that you could trust with your credit card information or your banking information. And so it allowed you to have a balance in their account, which was it was sort of like internet money. And so you didn't have to trust other websites. If you went to a website that accepted PayPal, then you could spend your PayPal money without having to give that third-party website your credit card information or link up your bank to that. Well, nowadays, people have no problem with giving out their credit card information to, the Nike website or the Levi's website or anywhere you want to buy stuff. People trust websites with their credit card information because it's more legitimized now. But back in the day, PayPal was revolutionary in the sense that you could trust them with your information and then use them as kind of a go-between. So PayPal has been around for many years. It's amazing and exciting that they now allow you to store crypto. But in that sense, it's an exchange, right? It's not a wallet, right? It works sort of like a wallet, but it's not the best place to store your crypto long term. But I wanted to give you just a demo on how it works. So we funded our Trezor 3 with some fresh Litecoin. That was pretty cool, right? Let me see. Let me get caught up here. I'm not good at when Ledger does not support an asset and they ask that you use a third-party wallet like HBAR, for instance. I know a lot of people don't trust third-party interfaces. They feel like if they're using a Ledger, it should be supported in Ledger Live. I kind of get that. Ledger Live feels comfortable because when you set up your Ledger device, you have to install Ledger Live, and it's the same company. And Ledger Live is where you install all of your apps. But there are lots of cryptocurrencies out there that are not supported in Ledger Live for whatever reason, right? But Ledger Live can't be all things to all people. But a lot of companies or blockchain-based projects will provide Ledger with an app because the Ledger Live is open source, right? Developers can submit their apps on the Ledger Live platform. So, and you'll notice that if we go to the app catalog and we scroll down, they'll say it's Ledger Live supported or requires a third-party app. Here we got another one, requires a third-party app, requires third-party wallet, requires third-party wallet. There's really no reason not to trust third-party wallets. You're still taking advantage of the functionality of the device. Really, the most important thing about the ledger system is the device itself and the fact that your private key is stored separately on the device. I'll tell you a little story. When the Ledger device first debuted, there was no Ledger Live. The only way to use a Ledger device was with third-party wallets. They didn't even have their own software when they first came out. So that's how it all started. So I know it's asking you to it's asking for you to take a little time and effort to learn about a third-party wallet. But there's really no reason not to trust third-party wallets or shun them and think, I don't want to do this because it's a third-party wallet. I know it makes you feel kind of weird, but just remember, there were no third-party wallets when Ledger started, right? So there are a lot of, and if you don't want to use a crypto that only can, requires a third-party wallet, then I guess don't buy that crypto. I mean, because where else are you going to, let's use your HBAR example. So I want to buy HBAR. I'm fully behind HBAR. And I have 10 grand I want to put in HBAR. So, but I don't trust Ledger's third-party support of HBAR. So what am I going to do with my $10,000 worth of HBAR? Well, I guess that means I'm going to have to leave it on the exchange. Well, what if the exchange folds, like FTX folded, and I lose all my HBAR? So you can see where I'm going with this, right? Okay, so Ledger says in order to use HBAR or store the private key for my HBAR wallet on my device, I'm going to need to use the HBAR third-party wallet. I don't want to do that. All right, so okay. How about Trezor? Does Trezor support HBAR natively? No. All right, so I guess I'm going to have to go to some other hardware wallet that natively supports HBAR. Now, the Keystone has completely abandoned their in-house app. Keystone no longer has a companion app. Keystone has gone completely to only supporting third-party wallets now. Oh, they got a Black Friday deal coming up. So if you're looking for a Keystone, you might want to check out my affiliate link down there. I think they had shot me an email too about that. I did not plan this, right? I was just trying to go to their site. Basically now, the only wallets that they have are third-party wallets, right? So I guess for storing HBAR, Keystone is out, right? So yeah, it's really not asking that much of you for you to use a third-party wallet. And that's really where Ledger shines, that there are so many wallets out there that support the Ledger device, right? In fact, a lot of the third-party wallets out there are more powerful and flexible than Ledger Live, right? In my mind, I would rather use a better, more powerful and flexible third-party wallet than Ledger Live. MetaMask comes to mind. MetaMask is a very powerful third-party wallet that you can use in conjunction with a Ledger or a Trezor that is much more powerful and flexible than Ledger Live. So I'm harping on this, but don't be afraid of third-party wallets. Let's see. Why people keep using Ledger Union, Western Union, and MoneyGram to transfer money and pay large fees? Well, they can send US dollar in a single click and very low fees. That's a good question, right? That's the beauty of crypto, is that we can avoid these fees. That was kind of the idea. Lots of tourists here today, says Diesel Kane. They got those flipper things and NFC tags, and they know how tech is always changing, right? Why cell phone and not Google Authenticator for PayPal? Oh, you know, that's interesting because to log into my PayPal, I need to use, I have my Google Authenticator set up for PayPal. So I'm kind of surprised that when I wanted to withdraw my crypto, that it defaulted back to text SMS verification. It's kind of weird because when I log in to PayPal, I need my Google Authenticator code. So yeah, it's kind of weird that it happened that way. Maybe there's something in the settings that I can change that would allow my Google Authenticator to work with my crypto withdrawals. But yeah, well, they kind of forced me to use SMS there. Kind of interesting, yeah. Is Bitcoin only software on Trezor more safe than multi-coin? For Bitcoin. Right, so that's kind of been the contention there. Trezor 3 has a Bitcoin-only Trezor Safe 3 that is only for Bitcoin. And the idea here is that for Bitcoin, it's safer and more safe and secure because it focuses on Bitcoin only. So if all you want to store is Bitcoin, then I think that the Bitcoin only wallet would be your best bet. Notice it's sold out. And it was my understanding that the Trezor Model T has a Bitcoin only firmware that you can use, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong about that, but I thought that they did. Yeah. Yeah, so for only storing Bitcoin, I would say yes. And I think that either they didn't make enough of the Bitcoin only Trezor Safe 3, or there's just a huge demand for people that only want to store Bitcoin. And that leads us to the discussion topic of tonight, which is where should I store my Bitcoin? And let's see here. Where should I store my Bitcoin? Well, you know my answer is a hardware wallet. Right. Pardon me. You know that I'm a big advocate of the hardware wallet. And but for Bitcoin only, we should focus on the best solution for Bitcoin. And in the case of a Trezor model, pardon me, where did it go? The Bitcoin only wallet might be a good solution. And so you might want to just get a wallet only for your Bitcoin, right? Or have a separate wallet only for your Bitcoin because your Bitcoin is your most precious asset. So I know a lot of people come to me, they want help in deciding the best crypto wallet for them, right? And so that might include, I want to manage HBAR. So if I want to store Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and I also want HBAR, what wallet should I buy? Well, you shouldn't limit yourself to one wallet because of a crypto that you want to support. So in other words, okay, I get it. You want to store some HBAR. And let's say that you just want to store HBAR. Well, then HBAR should be your guiding coin as to which wallet you choose. But if you want to store Bitcoin, Ethereum, and HBAR, maybe you should think about getting more than one hardware wallet, right? Get that great. And if you're high, if you have high level of technical expertise and you're managing multi-cryptocurrencies, you might want to go and get yourself a cold card for your Bitcoin only. Cold card is a Bitcoin only wallet. So I guess what I'm saying is if you've invested thousands and thousands of dollars into your cryptocurrency, why make that agonizing decision that I have to decide which, I only want one hardware wallet. I want to put everything in one hardware wallet. And that hardware wallet has to do everything, right? So you've limited yourself. You're like, well, I can't buy cold card because that's Bitcoin only. I like Bitcoin. I want to store Bitcoin, but I also want to store other altcoins. So cold card is out, right? I should just go with a Ledger or a Trezor because they support all the other coins I want to manage, right? But don't limit yourself like that, right? If you've got thousands and thousands of dollars invested in cryptocurrency, why not use more than one wallet to manage your holdings, right? That seems to be the consensus now too, is that we don't want to trust all our crypto in one wallet. We don't want all our eggs in one basket. Yes, it's technically challenging to keep track of various cryptocurrencies among various wallets. I totally get that. But if you're in it for the long haul, then why not use more than one wallet for all of your needs, right? Tailor your holdings to different wallets, right? And so then the question comes down to, what's the best wallet for my Bitcoin, right? Now, if you're not high level of expertise, if your technical knowledge is sort of limited, you're just getting into this, then maybe the cold card probably isn't the best one for you. It's technically challenging. You might want to do Tangem, because Tangem is a great way to store your cryptocurrency. It stores Bitcoin, and it's fairly inexpensive too. So if you're a newcomer, the Tangem wallet is great. Now, it may not be as flexible and powerful as some of these other hardware wallets, but if you're brand new, then maybe Tangem is your choice for long-term storage of your Bitcoin, especially now when you can do the backup phrase, right? But even if it's not, right? Even if it's just the 3 cards, it's not a bad choice for someone that is brand new to this thing. And, you know, I get the naysayers. I get the naysayers in my comments and in my emails, and they say stuff like, no way I'm doing Tangem because what if all 3 cards fail? Not for me. Well, the cards are guaranteed for 25 years. And it's pretty unlikely that all 3 cards are going to fail. Or they'll say something like, well, you know, if I lose all 3 cards, I'll lose all my crypto. And that's a fair argument. But my response to someone like that is, gee, do you plan on losing them? I mean, you know, you've got jewelry, I'm assuming. Are you planning on losing your jewelry? You've got a stamp collection. Are you planning on losing that? You've got gold coins that are very valuable. Are you planning on losing those? Now, the argument is slightly different for a crypto wallet, right? If I've got a Tangem wallet and I'm only relying on these 3 cards, I'm putting a lot of trust in those 3 cards. I totally get that. But they do have the backup option if you're, you know, more skilled. But you need to choose the wallet that's right for you. And while we're on the subject of Tangem, I did want to sort of show you some of the new stuff that they have in the Tangem app. I didn't get a chance to show you this stuff last week. So let's just go ahead and launch the Tangem app. So they have a new version of the app where you used to tap up here to toggle between wallets. It doesn't work like that now. You can swap sideways to go to your different wallets, which is pretty cool. All right, I like that. And you can manage your tokens like you did before, but you can also organize your tokens now. Down there, if we scroll to the bottom of the token list, we've got organized tokens, and I can ungroup them. I had them grouped, so I can just look at them in this long list of tokens. And when I go into organized tokens, I can move some of them up and down in the list. Like if I want Ethereum at the top and Bitcoin is number 2, I can do that. I can also go into organized tokens and organize them by balance so that the tokens with the highest balances are on the top. I can do that. And then I can also group them by chains. So if I hit group, then the tokens that are on the same chain are grouped together. So you'll notice I've got the Tron network and my Tron-based tether. And then if we look, and let's go ahead and apply that. If we go to this other wallet, I think I may have emptied that out at this point. But let's go into organized tokens. Let's group them up. And you can see that I've got an ERC20 token here that gets grouped with Ethereum. And then I can also move these back and forth by tapping on the 6 dots, moving the groups around. So that's pretty cool. I'll go ahead and apply that. And then another thing that's really cool in the settings is in the app settings, you've got this flip to hide balances. It's toggled off by default, but if you want it toggled on, you can just change that here. And then when you go back to the wallet, if you push it down and turn it around, it hides your balance. You didn't see me do that. Right? Pretty cool. Right? So if you're looking at your balance and so, you know, you're like looking at all your crypto in your wallet, and your wife or somebody, you know, your cousin, you don't want them to see what you're looking at, you can just like turn your phone over and it hides your balances, and like it's pretty cool. There is no Tangem desktop wallet because the Tangem works with the card, which is an NFC device, right? So near field communication, your private key is held on your card. Oops. I dropped my other one. I've got the 2 wallets here. In order to transfer crypto out, you'll have to hold the card to the back of your phone to authorize transactions, and NFC is not compatible with computers. I don't know of any computers that support NFC. It'd be kind of weird. I guess I could imagine a laptop that might support near field communication. But as it stands, NFC is supported by phones. Also, someone had asked me, they said, oh, my phone doesn't support NFC. And so I was like, what phones support NFC? And yeah, I found this list here, and NFC was supported on the iPhone with the iPhone 6, which came out in 2014. So if you're using a 10-year-old smartphone that doesn't support NFC, I'd say it's time to upgrade your phone. I mean, I know it's crazy maybe to upgrade your phone every year, but I mean, realistically, I would say you probably want to get a new smartphone. If you've got one that's over 5 years old, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to tell anybody how to run their life, but maybe if you're into crypto, you should have a fairly recent phone, right? And I think someone that's comes into the live stream quite often and has sent me emails was having all kinds of connection issues with her Ledger device, and she kept taking it to the Geek Squad and she was having all kinds of connection issues with her computer. And finally, this weekend, she said something like, I heard that the Ledger device only supports USB 3.0, and my computer only supports USB 2.0. And should I get a new computer? And I was kind of like, I think so. I mean, how old is that computer? Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to buy a new computer every year. I get that. But maybe every 5 years, maybe every 7 years, computers used to go out of date quite quickly. They've sort of reached a plateau now. So the computer that you bought 5 years ago is probably still pretty good. But I mean, if it doesn't support USB 3.0, it's probably time to get an upgraded computer, especially if you're trying to manage thousands and thousands of dollars worth of cryptocurrency. I think you can afford to, spend $300 to $500 on a new desktop. You can get desktops pretty cheap, laptops too. You don't have to get the latest, greatest. But I mean, supporting USB 3.0 is kind of a no-brainer. Let's see. The Cold Card folks have a BTC card wallet, and they offer to back up as an encrypted file is exported when the card is initialized. Yeah, it's very safe and secure, the Cold Card. Crypto Lucas BTC ETF is approved day after a significant black swan appears. Is there a Tangem desktop? No. Okay, World War III, alien invasion, moon made of cheese, it could happen. Cats and dogs living together. Okay, Scott. Scott's here. It's good. Good to have Scott here, as always. He likes my shirt. Yeah, this is, it's a little hot for the live stream, but I've sort of worn out most of my other short sleeve. This is a long sleeve shirt. But it is a Levi's shirt. It's a good brand. The guys in the chat are cracking you up tonight, Kenny. That's good. There's a lot of people in the chat tonight. I'm glad. I wanted to focus on answering questions tonight. Let's see. Maybe I should do one more transfer. Why don't we do a transfer from my Tangem to our brand new Trezor 3? So let's see. I want you to see what I'm doing here. Let's go back. I don't think I have any. Let's turn it over. Let's turn it over. I'm sorry. Let's see if I thought I had some Bitcoin in here. Oh, okay. There's a little bit of Bitcoin in here. Let's go back to organized tokens and put it by balance, and let's ungroup it. Let's see there. Okay, yeah, so there's some Bitcoin. Let's move this Bitcoin into my Trezor. All right, so the first thing we'll do is we got to get the address. What's the address? If somebody wants to mail you a check, what's their first question? What's your address? Give me your address, I'll mail you a check. Right, so we need to get the address first when we're transferring crypto from point A to point B. Right, if I'm sitting at home and I want to write you a check, I need your address before I can drop it in the mail, right? So I can't like drop it in the mail and then get your address later. Same with crypto, right? I can't even get started unless I know your address. So the first thing we want is the Bitcoin address of the destination wallet. So we'll go over here to our Bitcoin account. Let's do receive BTC. We'll do show full address. We want to authorize that on our device. We'll go over here. All right. Oh, are you kidding me? I got to put in my PIN again. Ugh. All right. This is no good. So I'm going to see. Let me get the PIN in here. All right. All right. Whoops. All right. Oh, I hope I did that right. Okay. Kind of funky, this interface, but hey. All right. Whoops. There. All right, so I got the PIN entered. And there is the authorization, or it's not the authorization, it's just the hardware check on the receiving address, if I can get it to come into focus. This is the stuff that I edit out when I'm recording, but I can't live. Okay, there it comes. There it is. All right, so you can see the address. Whoops. There we go. Come on. There we go. All right, now we'll confirm with both buttons. I'll hit both buttons with my thumb there. All right. And while we're on the subject, whoops. While we're on the subject of that, there's the address. I'm going to copy it. Oh, no, I'm not going to copy it. I'm going to scan it with my Tangem. So we'll go to Bitcoin. We're going to do send. And then I'll hit that little icon up there in the top right to open up the camera. We'll scan in that Bitcoin address, right? And then we'll go down here. We'll tap in the field for Bitcoin. I'll choose maximum amount. All right, got that. And then we're going to do send, but I'll do it over here on the table so you can see what I'm doing. I forgot what card this was, interestingly, but we'll figure it out. I think this is the new card. So, oh, and let me show you this too. There. So now you can see full screen what's going on my phone there. So we'll hit send, and then, oops, I got to do my face. All right, and I'll put the card to the back, and I'm done. Okay, so I used the right card there. So I authorized the outgoing transaction by holding my card to the back of the computer. This is the Tangem card, right? The private key is held on the card. Very safe and secure way to manage your crypto. So the Bitcoin is going out on its way. Was that it? No, it should be 1111, right? I thought it went out. Did it go out or did it not go out? There it is. Okay. So we have the outgoing transfer now going over to my Tangem wallet. So that will kind of watch that happen while I'm answering questions. All right, we'll go back over here. All right, you can still see my phone here. We can turn this one off, and it looks like the Bitcoin has already showed up. Now, don't think that the Bitcoin had a short trip, right? It's easy to think, oh, he just moved Bitcoin from his phone to his Trezor, or from his Tangem card to his Trezor, right? They're right next to each other. So no wonder it went fast. That's not what happened. The crypto is not stored in wallets. It's stored on the blockchain. Wallets are the local devices that the end user can use to manage the crypto they have out there on the blockchain. So any request that I initiate in my wallet gets sent out to the blockchain. And then it hits the blockchain, and then the crypto is moved from one blockchain address to another blockchain address. So it's not just moving, between two items that I'm holding on my desk, right? I just want you guys to be aware of that. It happened really fast, though. I was really surprised how quickly that happened, right? But it's not confirmed yet, right? We just got it coming in here. The Litecoin has been confirmed now. So the Litecoin is now totally spendable, right? So we funded the wallet with some Litecoin, and now we're just waiting for the Bitcoin to be confirmed, right? Let's see what else is going on tonight. Give me your questions, guys. I want to focus on questions the best that I can tonight. How about the Gaza thing? Kind of counts as one, right? Well, yeah, World War III could be a black swan event. I totally agree with you there, right? Mass hysteria, Ghostbusters, cats and dogs living together. How far did the market drop 3 weeks ago? No black swan event. Yeah. Yeah, that's when this whole thing started. Haven't seen that market reaction. I'm really surprised. I follow the news probably too much. I'm sure, and I get jealous of people that don't really follow world events that much. Somebody walk up and say, hey, how's it going? And you're like, yeah, I'm kind of depressed, man. Looks like the world, this war in the Middle East might be spiraling out of control. And their reaction might be, oh, gee, I didn't know about that. I don't read the news much. I follow sports. You're like, okay, follow sports, So sometimes I get jealous of people that don't follow world news like I do. I mean, I'm just a news hound. I mean, every day I'm reading the news and wondering what's the next shoe to drop. All right. I'm the best driver on the roads when no one else is on them. Yeah, right. If you don't like the way I drive, get off the sidewalk. My mailman drives on the sidewalk. Must be the humidity. Scott, I was just watching Seinfeld the other day where Newman was wanting to get transferred to Hawaii. I don't know if you're a Seinfeld fan, but Newman was talking about Hawaii. He goes, the most sought after postal route in the country, where the air is so dewy sweet, you don't even have to lick the stamps. Sometimes when I get depressed about world events, I watch Seinfeld for my fix of mindless entertainment. Oh, there we go. Looks like that BTC just confirmed on the blockchain. So that's pretty cool. So that was a good transfer. Black swans are not deterrent. It doesn't seem that way lately. Let's see. Have the first version of Ledger. Should I change for a new version, or am I okay? BitWarrior64, you should always keep your Ledger Live up to date, software-wise. The current version of Ledger Live is version 2.69.0, right? And you should always keep your firmware up to date. Let's go over to the My Ledger section. I have my Ledger device connected. I have several devices connected right now. The Trezor and the Ledger are both connected. They don't interfere with each other. But sometimes when you have more than one Ledger device connected, then it could, run havoc in your Ledger Live. But it's very simple to have a Ledger and a Trezor connected to the same computer because they're running different software. So if you look up here, I'm running the latest version of the Ledger firmware, version 2.2.3. It's best practice to keep your firmware and your software up to date. It gives you the most recent security features, the most recent bug fixes, the most recent functionality. I can't see any justification for not keeping your software up to date. There is a lot of FUD out there from people that are saying that the firmware updates are a backdoor. And, if that's the way they feel, they don't want to run, or they don't want to use Ledger anymore. But there's a lot of people out there that are affected by all this FUD that are terrified to update their firmware because they think it's a backdoor, because they believe the hype. It's not a good idea to avoid firmware updates. There were a lot of people that threw their ledgers in a drawer back in 2017, and then when the bull market hit in late 2020 and early 2021, a lot of people pulled their Ledger device, their old Ledger Nano S out from their drawer and found that it was unusable because they were too far behind on firmware updates. It was just became completely unusable. Now you can avoid firmware updates up to a certain point and you can still use the device, but there will come a day and a time where not having the latest firmware will make what you're trying to do impossible. You'll be forced to update your firmware to do what you're trying to do. So the people that left their device in the drawer for 3 years from 2017 to 2020, some of them, hopefully most of them had their seed phrase, and all they needed to do was order a new device and do a restore. But a lot of those people did not save their seed phrase and trusted this little tiny piece of plastic with all their crypto and without keeping it up to date, and then they lost access to all their crypto. Manuel, thank you for that. Talking about a good Lightning wallet. The Lightning wallet that I'm most familiar with is Blue. Haven't used it in a while. It's probably still around, probably still works pretty well. I don't know if there's I believe it's a phone-only wallet, but I haven't used it in a while. So that would be my recommendation. I know they've been around a while, and but I haven't used the Lightning Network. I got a little disillusioned with the Lightning Network. Partly, this was back in 2018, 19, when the Lightning was just getting started. The functionality wasn't all it was cracked up to be. I'm sure the Lightning Network gets better and better every day. It's kind of a, it sits on top of the Bitcoin blockchain and allows quick transactions to go through without being fully confirmed. That's basically, you know, so that it can allows the Bitcoin to move faster, right? That's why people are, you know, hyping the Lightning Network. So I would probably stick with this one. There might be other wallets out there that support Lightning. Lightning Network wallets. Okay, let's see what they're saying here. Breeze, Zap, Mun, Wallet of Satoshi, Eclair. They didn't even mention Blue. So maybe I need to do some more research on Lightning Network wallets. Maybe a tattoo QR code, LOL. Yeah, sure. Get a tattoo of a Bitcoin receiving address that you can show when you want somebody to transfer some Bitcoin to you. That's pretty cool. I'm just scrolling back a little bit. I wanted to see if there were any unanswered questions. Yes, thank you. I didn't know there was a way to poke a moderator. Let's see. Darren was in asking stuff. Okay. What's an example of third-party wallet? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I think I was talking about third-party wallets. Well, I think I brought up MetaMask as being like the most powerful and flexible third-party wallet out there. But it only works with the Ethereum chain cryptos. That would be all, but that's a lot, right? So Optimism, Phantom, Avalanche, Polygon, BNB, Arbitrum 1. So there's a lot of cryptos that you can manage in your MetaMask wallet, and you can attach your Ledger device and manage your private key offline with MetaMask. And MetaMask will connect to a lot of DEXs where you can trade cryptos, stake cryptos, take part in liquidity pools, do all kinds of cool stuff with crypto using a third-party wallet. I don't know about, I think I had the Hashpack wallet. The Hashpack wallet is a third-party wallet that you can connect to your hardware as well. They want me to create a password here. I guess I hadn't used this one. Too short. Ugh, doggone it. Minimum of 12 characters. Ugh. All right, I'm not going to fool around with that right now. But apparently, yes, you can use this wallet as long as you have a 12-character password or longer. But I'm not going to try to do that live. But you can use this in conjunction with your hardware device, right? And you can manage your Hedera Hashpack. Let's see what else we got. Oh, I did want to show you guys the Soulflare wallet. I had worked with it a little bit in that hardware. Let's just get an empty. There's that thing flashing was bugging me. I had tried to do a swap in the Soulflare wallet the other day when I did that hardware wallet roundup and couldn't figure out why it was rejecting it. And the reason why is because I did not have blind signing enabled on my device in the Solana app, right? So let's see if we can turn that part on here. Let's get in here. I'm going to move this a little bit this way, so. All right. So as long as we're in the Solana app, right, we can use Solflare, right? Solflare is a third-party wallet for Solana. And of course, I've got my Ledger device connected so that now I can use a third-party wallet to manage my Solana tokens. There is no way to trade Solana tokens from within Ledger Live. So if I go into Ledger Live and I go into my little Solana wallet here, I can't even see my tokens, right? So here is a great example of an alternate third-party wallet that is more powerful, more powerful and, I'm in the wrong, sorry. More powerful and flexible than Ledger Live when it comes to Solana, right? You can stake your Solana. I don't know if you can stake your Solana over here or not. Yeah, I guess you can. You can stake Solana in Ledger Live, but you can't swap Solana tokens in Ledger Live, right? So in this case, the third-party wallet is an upgrade, right? It's better than Ledger Live. So you really shouldn't be wary of third-party apps. Sometimes they're better designed than what goes on in Ledger Live. The problem with Ledger Live is it tries to be all things to all people. It's like the Swiss Army knife of cryptocurrency wallet management. It does more than just be a wallet, right? It's sort of a pseudo exchange, a swap, using, referral. You can manage your car. You do ledger recover. So it does a lot of things, but none of them really well. I guess I'll put it that way. It's a great wallet. It works great as a wallet. You can manage your balances. You can, check a lot of different cryptos can be managed in Ledger Live, but it tries to do so many things that it can't do everything perfectly, right? So if you want to manage your Solana tokens and swap Solana tokens, then the Solflare wallet is a better solution than Ledger Live for Solana, right? As long as you're in the Solana app, right? I popped out of it because I was over in Ledger Live in my Ledger. So let's say that I would like to do and I've lost my mouse here. Okay, there. Let's say I would like to swap one token for another. Let's say I would like to take some of my Solana and buy some more radium, for example. Or maybe we'll do it the other way, right? Maybe let's say I've got some radium and I'd like to buy a little more Solana. So let's say I want to take 50 of my radium and buy some Solana. So now remember, when I tried to do this the other day, it failed because I had to go into the settings and allow blind sign, right? It was already done. It's already at yes, but it was at no before, right? So you have to make sure you have blind signing enabled, right, in order to do this swap. So we'll hit swap. All right, and then we confirm the swap on our device, right? We hit this button over here. There's the message hash, and then we hit approve, and we can do our swap. Now, they're going to say, well, blind signing is not the best way to do this, but it may not be, but it's the best that I can do and still manage my device, my private key on my device. And then if we go back over here, we can see now that I have more Solana, and less radium, right? So I can swap tokens using this third-party wallet and keep my private key safe and secure on my Ledger device. Another reason why you should use third-party wallets. All right, I'm going to turn that thing off here, Risa. Turn that off. I'd like to thank everybody for being here tonight. I really appreciate everyone and everything that they have contributed. I want to thank Asil for his generous donations. I'd like to thank everyone that subscribed tonight. I want to thank our moderators, JDO and Dan Westra. Dan, I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. And thank you, Kenny, for being here early and for all those news stories. You toil away every day, and I really appreciate it. Let's see. Let's go over here. I will be doing this stream again on Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'd like to see you back here again, where you can throw out your questions, and I'll do my best to get them answered. Also, I'll be doing my hardware wallet roundup on Wednesday mornings at 9 a.m. for those of you who want to get all the pros and cons and demos and the latest news about hardware wallets, which are still hands down the safest and most secure way to store your cryptocurrency. Learn how to transfer your crypto back and forth from between point A to point B, and you'll thank me for it in the end. Got hundreds of videos on wallets and transfers, so please check out my channel. If you'd like to subscribe, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Thank you for joining me, and hope to see you again soon. Once again, everybody, have a good night, and I will see you again